Hello students, this is Professor Krochmal, ICM 501, Issues in Contemporary Media, Learning Module number 13. This week, we're going to be talking about user experience, or UX. This slide appears in many decks and websites that talk about user experience, or UX. It traces back to the 1988 book written by Tom Gilb, a systems engineer, consultant, and author. Now, 1988 predates UX as we know it by a long shot, but this has become part of the canon of UX. It may not be scientifically provable, but it may indicate the importance of UX. Going back another 4 decades, IBM's CEO, Thomas J. Watson, put design on technology's roadmap in a speaking appearance at Wharton. It foreshadowed the success of another tech company that today is the world's most valuable company. What is the name of that company? Apple, with its relentless drive on design and user experience, is valued at northwards of $730 billion. This chart shows customer satisfaction levels with some of its iconic products. Underneath all the hardware is what some would call the company's secret sauce, the iOS software that insulates it from fickle consumer preferences, binding all the devices together. From the definition of user experience by Jacob Nielsen and Don Norman, who are experts in usability. It's a product that meets the exact needs of the customer without fuss or bother. It's simple and elegant and a joy to own that goes above and beyond. It takes a seamless effort from engineering, marketing, and design disciplines to create an awesome user experience. Confused with user experience, but they are not. User interface is part of the design and part of the total user experience, but you can have good UI and still have a poor user experience. How about usability? It's a quality attribute of the user interface, and it is part of the larger user experience, but they're not equal to the holistic user experience. They're part of it, and that's important to know. UX is not a new concept, but it is constantly changing and evolving as technology and the audience involved. This book is a must-read if you have an interest in effective design. The affordance is a design aspect of an object which suggests how it might be used. And you can see that on the cover. That's the book as it is available on Amazon, The Design of Everyday Things. It was first published in 1988 as The Psychology of Everyday Things. Then it was published in 1995 under this title, The Design of Everyday Things, and then revised in 2013. It's by Don Norman, a cognitive scientist and usability engineer who introduced the term affordance and popularized the term user-centric design. And basically the book talks how bad design is to blame for misuse or errors in using everyday items. Design should communicate and guide the user experience. Kathy Sierra is somewhat of a polarizing figure in the gender politics of technology, but her book is a must-read in understanding users and creating awesome user experiences. The book is entitled Badass, Making Users Awesome. It was written by Sierra and published by O'Reilly, the technology book publishers, in 2015, and it explores this question. Given competing products of equal pricing, promotion, and perceived quality, why does one outsell the others? The focus is not on design, but on what users do and feel as a result of using the product. And that really gives you a feel more about not the technical aspects of user experience, but really the holistic view of user experience. And I would recommend reading Badass, even if it's just to buy a title of a book that starts Badass. If we want to create passionate users, we have to help them get better. Nobody's passionate about things they suck at. If we can help them have richer, deeper, better experiences, we have a chance of making them passionate. If we could help our users be awesome, what would that mean to them? That's Kathy Sierra, and that's something that I want you guys to really think about, is helping people have great experiences in everything you do, whether it's reading a project you have done or even reading a proposal, or actually wireframing or creating. Think about the user and give them a rich and awesome experience, and you're going to be well on your way to being masters of user experience. This is content from Adobe on the future of user experience. Adobe says the user's experience is becoming just as important as the product or service, and we'll look at that. User experience and its body of knowledge as a whole is being refined and redefined as we learn what works and doesn't work, and how to overall best serve the users in which one is designed for. UX will grow as a business imperative. It's cheaper to keep an old customer, and small increases in retention affect the top line of a business. It just makes sense. We're going to see the continued growth of the web and the mobile economy will make user experience increasingly important as businesses move away from online marketing for new customer acquisition to favoring regular customers and streamlining recommendation rates. And you can see on the chart here some of the facts and figures that I found about how user experience can positively influence business decisions. These are 9 pieces of great advice on user experience. Observe what people create. Design for mobile first. Fuel your design with empathy. You can't design experiences. Your baby might be ugly. Test your design as early as possible. Study the human mind. Design to make life better. Design for scanning. Those are all great, and they came from 9 pieces of UX advice I stole from people smarter than me. And you can go to the slide deck and click the link there, and you can take you to the story if you want to read more. You can take a look at more information on the slide deck, but these are great pieces of wisdom on US. Look at what people are doing. Think mobile. Be empathetic. And you know what? There are also good rules for life. User experience is constantly changing. Looking ahead, we talked about empathy. That's a great attribute for design. Going forward, there's just not one path. Look at the divergence we're seeing in interfaces. If you look at Google Glass and the Leap Motion interface, that supports what is being called the invisible interface, where it's really you look through your glasses or you make a motion or you gesture, and that's one way of interacting with technology. Then there's the haptic interface that is high touch and adjustable. There are devices we know and the ones we don't know yet. It's evolving, but know that great design transcends time. We're going to see interfaces come and go. They're going to be different devices, smartphones, tablets, glasses, VR, AR. How about language and gestures, ambient noise, geolocation, biodata from wearables? This is going to be fun. What path do we take? If you look carefully, the reader, the user, will let you know, and that is user experience.